Every dawn is a doorway, and dreamers walk through on purpose. Here, we master mindset, raise oral intelligence, and rebuild legacy brick by brick. We honor who we were before the world tried to rename us. I'm Dr. Sean, dentist, alchemist, Niji, daughter of the land, and this is the Hood to Hooded show. Form, rise, and stay risen. Welcome to the tribe. What up? What's going on, tribe? Welcome back to the Hood to Hooded podcast. So this podcast, the Hood to Hooded podcast, is about positivity, inspiration, and knowledge to keep you motivated and growing. OCO to the Niji, sending love to our ancestors this morning. Come in the room, tap those hearts. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you're watching from YouTube, smash that like button. If you're watching from TikTok, start tapping those hearts. Let's get to our 1K goal. We've been hitting 20K, but I just be striving for 1K, just a little bit. If you on Facebook, you already know. Share to your stories. What's going on? Let's get the tribe in the room, cause we all the way live. Welcome to the tribe. Hey, so we're gonna dive in, and as you can see from the title, we digging into the AI era. We're going to pivot a little bit today, just a teensy bit. We're just gonna pivot a little tiny bit. All right. So how y'all feeling today, man? All the way live. Hey, all the way live. Welcome to the tribe. We all the way live. Hey. So I'm your host, Dr. Chieftess Sunflower. Welcome back to another episode of the Hood to Hooded podcast. Okay, OCO tribe, I know that the world is shifting under our feet faster than most people can even see, right? Faster than most people can ever even expect. But we're going to talk about that today. Oh. Move that up there. Boom. More than people can see. All right. So politicians, CEOs, even the fathers of AI are the so-called fathers of AI. Morning, PV. I can't even read your name. PV. Pardon. Just got that number one gift their badge. Thank you for tapping those hearts. Tap in. Let me know how you feeling. Alright, so like I said, I'm your host, Dr. Chieftess Sunflower, and today we busting AI wide open. We're talking about job loss, control in the economy, and how to win in this AI era. I know you've seen it across your news feed. I know you've seen it somewhere in your day, in your job. AI is here and it's not going anywhere. So we're going to talk about that. The job loss that is ahead, the control that is behind AI, what impact this has on the economy, and how we can still thrive and win. Okay? So if you down with that, tap those hearts. Let's dive in. Let's dive in and see what we're talking about today. Okay, so politicians, CEOs, like I said, they are really, really trying to raise the alarm about AI. Some people think it's good, but some people think it's gonna like shake the room. But we're gonna dig in and see what's really behind the scenes. What's really going on? What is really freaking going on? Alright. So the real thing that made me want to pursue this topic is I've been seeing that millions of jobs could vanish overnight. They're saying millions, like a high percentage of jobs. One man even went to the extreme and was like 99% of jobs and work will be irrelevant and AI just gonna do everything. I mean, I don't know. How y'all feeling about that? Let me know in the chat. The storms don't wait until we're ready. No, they don't wait. They arrive when we still blinking. So it's not going to happen when you all the way ready for AI to be here. It's going to happen when you least expect it. But today, I don't want to bring us any type of fear. We're not doing any type of fear mongering. I just want to give us a roadmap for what we're heading into. A way to work through this. A path forward. Because today we don't just survive to change, we evolve through it. So we will not be left behind. Right? So let's tap in. Let's tap in and see what is going on. Now, I want to start with what the data is actually showing, because I was interested in this theory of, AI wiping out every job, and, I had to go do a little research. And the data is actually showing that major studies estimate roughly 20 to 30% of current tasks in the U.S. and the global economy can be automated by 2030, which is not that far away. Not 99% of jobs can be fully eliminated. How do you pivot from that? One study estimates that AI could technically replace 11 to 12% of the U.S. workforce with today's technology. So firms are gradually moving towards and also using AI to supplement for workers. A lot of people are doing this right now. So that's the overall gist of the stats about AI, right? So like, share, subscribe, tag someone who thinks AI is a joke. Tag someone who is scared they will be replaced by AI, and let's wake up together, because the studies are also showing that our communities, the needy communities, the melanated communities, the underserved communities, the hood to hooded communities might be left behind. And we don't ever want to be left behind. We don't want to be left behind, right? So what's happening with the economy, the jobs, the fear, the unrest? What is going on? The layoffs and the automation wave, everything is being automated. Now even at McDonald's, you could go up to the screen and order your food. But now it's getting to the behind the counter. They don't even need people behind the counter almost. Right? Many major companies are cutting staff, not because the business is failing. What's up, cuz? How you feeling? Just got that #1 gifter badge, Buster Brown. Looking good. Thanks, cuz. Right? So they're not cutting staff because the business is failing, but because AI automation is cheaper and faster. The shift isn't if AI takes over, it's when. Thank you for the rose. Listen, cuz I hope you have a wonderful day. Tell wifey I said hello. And you know I'm sending all my love down to the FLA. Alright? So we want to be prepared for when it happens, because it's going to happen. Shay Shawty just got that #1 gifter badge. Cuz said I sure will. Alright. Inflation, the rising cost of living, stagnated wages. Runny noses. Chanel 8153 just got that #1 gifter badge. Thank y'all for tapping those hearts. Right? So the wages haven't went up since forever. This isn't done like without a doubt. This is done intentionally, on purpose, and now everybody is feeling the punch, from the lower to the higher. Everyone is feeling the punch. Even people working feel like the pinch is making survival harder. I go to the grocery store now, and this bottle of olive oil, for instance, used to be $10. Now it's like $30. And I'm like, when did olive oil become $30? What kind of... I mean, is this price gouging? I think it is, honestly. Homelessness, housing instability, economic insecurities rising globally. And this is real, right? This is reminding me of the pandemic era trauma. There's digital overload, AI anxiety, everybody on the news talking about AI stealing jobs and taking over. How do we pivot? How do we keep our mental and emotional stability and prevent exhaustion? So many people feeling exhausted. On social media and online, the searches and the conversations are booming, asking if and when will AI take my job? What career is safe? Is this era over for me? This is what people are asking when they're going to do the search on social media and online. It's the buzz about AI. Woo. Some people like, oh, screw AI. I don't want to know. Those are the people who are going to get left behind, right? Some people are like, yes, I love AI. Let's do it. Those are the people who are going to learn it. And in our household, we don't want to be the people who just on the side, like, you know what, screw AI. I don't care, because it's going to be here whether you like it or not. You're going to interact with it, and you likely are every single day. So why not learn what's ahead? So the ground might be shaking. The fear is real. I see it. But clarity and action can build a foundation underneath this fear. So we don't have to run out here and be, scared of AI. I get it. Like, AI they got robots, and I get it. But AI don't have a soul. Do you literally think technology can copy the soul? I mean, it comes close, but something is missing about having a soul, And we can't forget that part. We just can't forget that. So what the world is saying, the leaders, the corporations, the politics, what are they saying this year about AI? What are they saying? Governments and regulators worldwide are scrambling, guys. They are scrambling right now. Agencies introduced dozens of new AI regulated regulations in 2024. I know Florida, they just passed some AI law maybe this week. They passed that this week. Yeah. They passed the law this week. So this is double the previous years. They're making these laws about AI, control. It's going crazy. We don't know what's really coming, really. So there are major economic shifts because of AI. Nations are treating AI as national infrastructure. They're investing billions into these chips, data centers, and research. $1 million data centers going up. And one guy was talking about these data centers requiring the electricity of like 500,000 homes or 750,000 homes. Like, that's how much energy is pulling just to could use the AI. What do you guys think about that part? What y'all think about that? So I was looking up the Florida. So Florida's main AI law so far targets political ads and deep fake content because they just passed a law about it. And the state has also added that AI related protections in other areas like privacy and sexual notification images. So you can't take someone and put them on like, nude pictures. The highest profile measure requires AI generated political advertising to clearly disclose that it was AI. So that is what is happening in Florida because there's a lot of deep fake, deep seek type stuff going on. Thank you for tapping, Brittany Bacote. I don't know if I said your name right. Thank you for tapping the hearts. Getting that #1 gifter badge. Alright. But acceleration carries risk. So AI is going so fast that some people are like sending out warnings. Golden Goddess just got that #1 gifter badge. Thank you for tapping the hearts, Danae. What's up, Clifford 2000 fan? Oh my God, Dr. Sean, where'd you get that hat? It's like, I got this off the TikTok shop. Thank you for following, Danae. Yeah, I got this off the TikTok shop. I don't think I tagged it in this video, but I have to tag it. Morning, Golden Goddess. How you feeling? Just got that #1 gift there, bitch. Grand Rising family. What's going on? Good morning. My name is Dimitri. I'm an actor, producer, writer in film industry. How are you? That is so cool. In the film industry? I used to think that I would be in the film industry. You look beautiful. Thank you. That is so cool. I did acting in middle school. Well, I won't say acting, but I was in plays. Well, obviously I became a dentist, but I would love, you should be an actress. I would love to be an actress. Yes. That's right down my alley. See, the thing about me is people don't understand that I'm like multi-dimensional. I can't just do one thing. I'm like, you can't figure me out. I go with the waves. And I have so many passions that I have to kind of narrow them down, and I'm not a person who can just narrow to one thing, so I just do whatever my heart feels. I don't hold back at all. So acting, yeah, I'm down with that. I would love that. Alright, so acceleration with AI carries a lot of risks. Observers warn that the AI scaling boom, the rush to automate everything, could become a bubble, socially and financially expensive when it pops. Now, when they were talking about AI requiring the energy of 750,000 homes, that's a lot of energy that is pulling. The data centers, that is kind of scary. It's kind of scary. I ain't gonna even hold you. When my book gets adapted into a movie, would you play the dragon? You want me to play this dragon so bad, Cleaver 2000 fan. Why you want me to play the dragon? I don't know if I would be a good dragon, but You never know. I guess I can't say never because you should never say never. So, hey, I don't know. It's definitely a possibility. I'm welcoming to new talent. You should come participate on my movie set sometimes. Where are your movie sets, Dimitri Lindell? Where are the movie sets? Listen, it might be meant for me to be like in movies and stuff because when I was at the Brooklyn Hospital Center during my dental residency, this was my first year in general practice residency. At the end of it, I was going through it. I was homeless, sleeping in the car, showering at the Crunch Gym on down like Utica Ave, like, going through it, trying to get through this dream of being a dentist, right? Because I realized something that people going through right now, like homelessness and stuff, I had to take that dip a long time ago because I had to do it with intention. Go homeless like on purpose then. Shower at the gym, sleep in the car because it was cheaper. I couldn't afford to be a GPR resident and live in New York and plan to move and, have all these big dreams. So sometimes it might look worse at the moment, but you got to push through whatever you're going through. So I'm not talking about something I don't know. But while I was at this residency, during my last, month, like I said, homeless, one day Spike Lee just popped up and did a movie at the Brooklyn Hospital Center for She's Gotta Have It. I got the video, I got the footage, I got all of that, pictures, all of that. Met him, took a picture with him, and it was just like, wow. And they had a doctor scene in the show. So I'm looking at these actors in New York City walking in their white coats. I'm like, this is crazy. That was crazy for me to actually meet him. So it might have been a sign back then, hey, you need to be an actor, Dr. Sean. But one day, definitely, because my book, Hood to Hooded, the Dr. Sean story, it's a thick book. I would show it to you, but it's over there somewhere. But that is actually going to be a movie one day. I'm speaking it into existence. I'm manifesting it into existence. I'm having the time of my life trying to get the book out, but I know that everything has its timing, its purpose. I've been trying to get this book out for years, but I can't rush something that is like I guess has to be in the crock pot until it's ready. I don't know when it's ready because it'll come out when it's ready. Like I wanted it to be ready 5-10 years ago, but it's such a thick book and it requires a lot of it's a lot. It's talking about generational curses from the time I was born until the time I graduated, all the way through the homelessness, all the way to the point where I got to be okay. It goes through dental school, college, high school. It goes through my whole freaking life. All the struggles, the good, the bad, the ugly, and I'm ready for the world to see it, but it still needs timing. I'm still not getting the approval I need from the people I need to get it approved from because we're working through development. But that's another story for another day. So yeah, the acting thing definitely could be in the future. Have you seen the movie Dragonheart? Came out in 1996, starred Dennis Quaid as the knight, Sean Connery as the dragon. I think I might have seen it a long time ago. The dragon played doctor and performed organ transplant on the prince. I'm gonna have to go and watch that, Dragonheart. Hold on, let me write that down. Yeah, let me write that down. Dragonheart. That sounds like a pretty cool movie, actually. And I might have saw it, but I can't really remember. My friend T-Mac, she's in heaven right now. Sleep in pieces. But she was like a movie fan, boy. She could remember those movies, quote them, all of that. So Dragonheart, I have to watch that. Love loves me. What's going on? Love loves me. How you feeling? How you feeling? We already hit our goal of 1K hearts already. Oh my gosh. We've been getting up to 20K on TikTok. That is crazy. Man, that's why I never leave my TikTok family out. How you feeling this morning? Love loves me. All right. So we were talking about AI scaling. Boom. So right now AI is scaling. Everything is AI. That's all you hear. AI all over the news, on the timeline, on YouTube, on TikTok. It's AI. Jobs, AI. So there's a rush to automate everything. So in business, 88% of organizations report regular use in AI in at least one function, up from 78% last year. So that's 10% increase of people in business using AI in over a year. Around 23% are scaling agentic AI systems. 39% are experimenting with them. So when everyone from small businesses to governments shift into overdrive, that's not future talk. That's talking about the present right now. Okay? So even in my business as a dentist, AI is able to interpret x-rays, lightning speed, and it does it with quality. It can give the patient way more education than a plain x-ray because it highlights the nerve. It's like amazing to have this tool as a doctor. Not only that, AI is doing so many tasks, from the phone systems to marketing to definitely like just responding and emails. I mean, it's just amazing to me as a person who is into technology. I'm into like the advanced things. I'm from MySpace to Facebook to Twitch to whatever. I'm trying to figure it out, right? So for me, AI is like, whoa. Before, I used to have to pay somebody or like pause my creativity because of the capabilities that I didn't have. Now I could go on CapCut and produce a video from my phone and have all of the effects from like Final Cut Pro, like even the layering. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So we just trying to figure out, how do we get the melanated, needy households, how do we get the underserved to realize that we don't want to get left behind by ignoring it. We want to be ahead of the curve. We don't want to be the ones who like, oh no, AI ain't. No, download ChatGPT right now. It might crash. I don't know about all that. Who knows? But right now, while it's booming, we got to get in. Golden Goddess just got that #1 gift card badge. I use Copilot to help with my book, and that's AI. It's a collab thing. Exactly. To me, AI is about collabing. Because I see people use AI, and I can say, oh, yeah, they prompt need a little tweaking. I'm like, oh, if they had so it's a little bit deeper. So you have to know a lot about AI. And one day we're going to do a prompt class, because we ain't going to talk about it now, but I'm just infatuated with it. And I really need to look into Copilot. I use Sora right now. Sora is so cool, like fast. I love Sora. But Copilot, I will have to look. Is there a fee for Copilot? Because Sora is free. Okay? Like if y'all want to use Sora, I'll put it on my link tree. You go hit that link, download it for free. You get 10 credits every day. Just try to see what you can create. You never know. Yeah, let me know, is Copilot free? Do they have a free version or is it paid? Because I'm not signing up for no more subscriptions right now. I'm subscribed out. Everything is a subscription, but that's a whole nother story. I'm trying to desubscribe. That's the thing for me in 2026. To desubscribe from anything that I really don't need, because I feel like they robbing us. Right? So the next thing is, how many AI apps and how many people are using AI right now? How many people do y'all think are using AI right now? And how many AI apps do you think there are? I had this question. I just wanted to know. How many people do y'all think are using AI right now? Let me know in the chat. Anybody? Any takers? No takers? Okay, I guess I'll tell you. Alright, so according to 2025 data, Golden Goddess said dang near everyone. Right? You would think so. You would think it would be like the whole world, 8 billion people, right? Or, half of the world. I don't know. You would think that there's a lot of people using AI, and there is, for it to be new on the scene. According to the 2025 data, there are over 50,000 individual AI tools and platforms. We just talking about the tools alone. I ain't even talking about the people yet. 50,000. Here we are trying to learn ChatGPT, and there's 50,000 other AI apps. I follow this lady. I think she teaches like AI, the queen of AI. And she introduced me to a lot of AI apps. Perplexity, Claude, all these different AI apps. But there are 50,000? You mean to tell 50,000? That's the global number of AI apps. Everything from chatbots to generative AI apps to enterprise level automation suites. They have it all. The AI app economy is booming. AI can actually build you an app. But we ain't talking about that, but I'm just saying, AI can do that. In the first half of 2025, close to 700 million people use AI apps. 700 million people. So it's not everybody, because there's like 8 billion people, but it's definitely like 1/9-ish of the people are using AI. That's a lot of people for it to be so new. It's only going to get higher and higher and higher as people realize that AI isn't going anywhere. It's here to stay. And if you don't use AI, you will get ran by the people who do use AI. By the late 2025, roughly 900 million people worldwide are actively using AI. So just in this year alone, an additional 200 million people are using AI. That's 11% of the global population. 11%. Adoption of AI is surging. Many companies from small to large are integrating AI into their business, their education, the healthcare, the finance. The wave isn't slowing down. What does this mean for jobs? That's what we want to know. Terminator 1984 predicted this. Machines taking over and taking people's jobs. Wow. I got to go back and watch Terminator because that was one of those oldie goldies. That was a good movie. It kind of reminded me of the movies like, what was that, Back in the Future? I used to love little movies like that. That is crazy. So that was how many years ago? 30 something years ago, the Terminator, and they predicted this now. But AI is on a whole new level now. I am really in shock by AI. I'm telling y'all, there's so many things that I used to think that would take forever to do. Now you can do it like this. That's mind-blowing. Why is AI replacing jobs? This is you can clearly see it. You can see why it's replacing everyday jobs, but let's go down the list. The first reason why it's replacing everyday jobs is because it's faster, cheaper, and it don't get tired. I can ask AI to work all day, asking it won't get tired. But a person, hey, go fix this letter. They're going to come back 3 days later. AI going to fix it in 2 seconds. Why am I going to wait for you for 3 days, bro? Listen. And I do see the point where people say, oh, it's going to make everybody dumber. I think it actually makes people read more. Let me explain. It makes people read more because now people are like, okay, let me put this in. And then when you read what it says, you have to read what it says. You can't just put it out. You still got to read what it says and fix what it says. So, I don't know. It's just like make you think a little bit faster. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. Right? So, it's going to be cheaper, faster, and tireless than people who have repetitive pattern-based tasks doing the same thing over and over again. AI is going to kill that, crush that. Jobs built on repetition. Customer service jobs, answering the phone. When is the last time you could get an actual human on the phone? It be pissing me off. Now that's the only thing I don't know. Am I reneging on what I said? Because every time I call these companies down, the AI answer, it's just so aggravating. I'm like, please give me the human. Human. I don't want to talk to you. Give me the human. Give me an actual soul on the other line. Like, you're not understanding. That's what AI is going to lack. Is with the soul. So customer service, data entry, clerical work, basic analysis, admin roles, basic coding, content repurposing. You got Opus clips, Nexus clips. You got all these things. CapCut can do clips. Everything can do clips now. Even TikTok has it where if you go live, it automatically has it where you can clip it. This is unheard of. I can go live, go to my live, and create clips right in TikTok. Or I can download that live, put it in CapCut, and it'll create. It's just too easy. What excuse do we have now? So I guess that's why it's going to be a lot more production of content, repurposing. So some people going to get left behind, right? All these jobs where we do customer service, etc., are disappearing because machines can do them better, faster, and cheaper. That $20 I spent on Chat GPT is worth every dime. Yesterday I was like, hey, think of me a recipe for these Brussels sprouts. Chat. It's like my assistant. It's like having a $20 assistant. Do you hear me? Good morning, sis. AI is definitely the new permanent way unless technology shuts down. But if technology shuts down, we back on the same playing field again. So while technology ain't shut down, I'm not finna shut down before it shut down. You feel me? What's up, sis? Welcome to the building. Right? So companies prioritize profit over people. That's another reason why AI is replacing jobs. When machines replace humans, efficiency wins. This isn't a glitch, it's structural. As AI tools get more powerful and cheaper, automation becomes default. Let's take it back in history. When they had people out there on the stolen land, that we already know about history and American Indian and who we are, but when they had those POWs out there picking the cotton, and then they said, okay, we don't need y'all no more. We had the cotton gin. And then they said, okay, we don't need the cotton gin. We got the machine to do it. It just gets more and more efficient for the company. But the people who are doing the work, they don't get nothing out of the deal. Some people getting laid off left and right because AI is literally taking their job. I can't even be mad at some of it because people have gotten so rude when it comes to customer service. If you're going to be rude and I got to fight you to get my food, let me get the AI to do it. So people don't got time to deal with that. So in a sense, it's like, dang, we should have been a little bit more appreciative of our job. But now AI is coming in and just like taking everything. Like, it's insanity. It's insanity. Right? Yes, I use Chat GPT to create some pretty awesome stuff. Listen, Chat GPT is my girl. My Chat GPT is named Tanya. I be like, Tanya, make it happen. Tanya be like, I got you, Dr. Sean. Okay. Tanya is that girl. You better pay that $20. It's worth it. I promise you're going to get way more out of it. That's just one of them. So we know we got 50,000 AI apps, right? And almost a billion people are using AI. So are you going to get left behind because it's shifting? Most definitely, right? And another thing, this is what I was saying, like for me in the business, if I got to sit and pay somebody, for 8 hours, I'm just thinking from a business perspective, 8 hours to answer the phone. They're going to be on the internet shopping. I have experienced this real life in the dental office. They're on the internet shopping. They're not really doing what they're supposed to do, but you got to pay them 8 hours. And then when you realize they're not going to do what they're supposed to do, now they got to leave, but you got to pay them workers' comp. It go real deep when it comes to hiring people. That's why you have to be slow to hire and quick to fire. I finally get what that means, but that's a whole nother perspective. But when AI can answer the phone how I want it to, they ain't gonna be like costing me a whole bunch of money. Not gonna $20. I'm just talking about Chat GPT, but AI. I don't know. I'm done. You can tell what side I'm on, but I'm done talking about That part of AI. So they're not firing us because they don't need workers. They are firing us because workers cost more than the machine. It costs way more. I'm sorry. It just costs way more. What about colonization and control? Efficiency and great quality, period. What about colonization and control? AI is next gen power. Let's take this real deep so you understand. Just like colonization used physical land, money, and systems of law, AI uses algorithms, surveillance, and bias. So what does this mean for colonization and control? Data is the new land. So whoever controls the data controls access to the jobs, the service, the information, and the power. AI systems are built by powerful institutions, often without community oversight, ethics, accountability. This is where it goes deep. So these governments and corporations are really shaping reality with AI. I promise you they're doing something behind the scenes. So AI-driven surveillance could be on the way. Bias, predictive policing, social scoring. These are just tools. But history shows that these tools are often targeted towards marginalized communities first. Meaning they can scan you and find you, like stuff like that. Just like your iPhone can scan you and open, they can combine this to do more control. But that could be in the future, but I don't know how far in the future. Tell me what y'all think about that. If that even makes sense, what I just said. Indeed. Shantae 22 Thomas said indeed. Right? Yeah. So AI doesn't really care who you are, but the people who build AI do. And if we're not at the table, our names won't be on the guest list. Is we sitting on the side, not caring what's happening with AI, you gonna be left behind. And if you lose your job, you don't have the skill, you're in an even worse situation. But what jobs survive and what does the future look like? I want to know. And we only get introduced to the surface of it. Facts. ChatGPT is only the surface. That's why I said there are 50,000 AI apps. I've only been able to dig into a couple. Claude, Perplexity, ChatGPT. I'm sure all the apps that we use, Canva, everything has AI now. Pretty much. It's just like internet. Everybody know about the internet now, but when the internet first came out, everybody was like, oh, internet, or live, going live. It was like, oh, even me, I was like, oh, I can see this person and they talking. But now it's like, oh, you're live. It's nothing. I made some videos recently and tagged you on some. Husky too. Okay. I have to check those out. All right. We up to 11.4K hearts on TikTok. Y'all show it out. Can we meet our goal to 20K? I don't know. We done did it twice in a row. Right? So these are the jobs that will likely shrink and disappear. If you're in customer service or retail, that job is likely to shrink or disappear. Clerical and admin. Basic content writing and editing. I know that is AI is game changing for content writing and editing. Data entry, basic coding, HR screening, hiring, repetitive labor, some manufacturing, logistic works. Transportation, if self-driving becomes widespread. The video I saw yesterday in LA, they already have it where you can request a ride and there isn't a driver. They already have it where you can order food and there isn't a driver. So everybody's hopping on, Uber doing. These jobs are at risk. They even said in the video that driving is the #1 job, and the man who was like part of Silicon Valley and the AI world, he was like, oh, the drivers are going to be obsolete. He feels like in the next 10 years, AI will be doing most of the driving. Yeah. AI cars, AI delivery, AI everything. Like, it's crazy. Right? So what jobs will remain even if AI continues to grow? Hands-on human touch professions will remain. Healthcare, no doubt. Dentistry, no doubt. Patients don't even want the humans to barely touch them. You think they're going to let the machine do? Listen, with a dentist, it requires a lot more. That's why I say you kind of need a soul, because at any moment, something can change with dentistry. I could be doing an extraction, the patient feel it. Now I got to know. You got to pivot every second. Skilled trades, not going nowhere. Beauty. I've seen a lot of AI hairstyle stuff on the internet, but I feel like beauty is a hands-on profession. Healing, anything that has to do with healing, caregiving, AI ain't gonna be able to do it. I don't know though, because people falling in love with AI. That's weird. She said scary. It's so scary. Ain't it scary? Right? Visionaries, entrepreneurs. We talking about people who will be standing tall. Visionaries. Are you a visionary? Are you an entrepreneur? Do you have something where people want what you have? Are you building a brand, a value, identity, services rooted in humanity? Right? What else is going to be here when AI takes over? Hybrid human plus AI roles. People who use AI as a tool but lead with heart, culture, identity, and spirit. For me, I use AI as a tool. It helps me grow drastically. These are the people who will be still remaining. So machines can do tasks, but they can't do soul. Okay? They can't do soul. So don't worry about that. They can't do healing. And they can't do human. Regardless of how much they know, they can't do human. It's something about that just human, soul. We connected. Right? Thank you for liking the live. We at 13.6K. Hey. Now I had the question, can AI crash? We talked about this a little bit, and what happens if it does crash? What happens? There will be 4 kinds of crash if AI crashes. Right? There could be a system crash. The servers overload, go down, the internet fails, data system problems. This could be temporary but disruptive if we're using AI every day and it's driving, and that could be kind of scary. It could have a data crash, corruption. It could get corrupted, hacked, poison. Data can break the AI reliability. It could output garbage. It's already kind of colonized, so you really need to be careful what you actually learning on there. That's why I say AI could never be smarter than me, because a lot of times me and Tanya done got into it, because I'm like, Tanya, you ain't finna keep calling me, something that I'm not. We're Niji, American Indian, copper tone, autochthonous, right? Indigenous. You ain't finna keep calling me black. So Tanya don't even call me that no more. But you have to tell Tanya who you are, what you will accept, what you won't accept. Me and Tanya locked in like this right now. But that could crash. There could be an economic crash. If too many jobs are cut too fast, the economy strain, inequality, poverty, which is what we kind of shifted into now. Inequality, poverty, homelessness, social safety nets are overwhelmed right now. So this isn't something that could happen. This is actually one of the crashes that is happening because of AI. An economic crash. AI safety and AGI crash. So if the super intelligent systems are misaligned or unregulated, things could get crazy. So machines aren't invincible, neither is society. So when AI stumbles, guys, the people without roots will suffer. And we don't want to be left behind. We trying to stay in the know. If it crashes, we'll deal with that when it happens. But right now, we don't want to be left behind. They might have said, oh, the internet's going to crash. The internet's still here. They said, oh, 22,000, this is going to crash. And it's still popping like a cut-off stocking. So how do we win and build wealth, soul, and sovereignty in the AI era? How do we do that? Because we talked about what AI is, what can happen, how can we grow, but how do we win during this era? Number 1, you have to use AI as a multiplier, not a replacement. Let AI help you write, edit, plan, research, but you bring the voice, you bring the story, the culture, the heart to the AI. That's why prompting with AI is important. I can go in on Sora and put in my prompt, but if my prompt isn't like me, like if I don't give it the details, like it won't create what I want it to create. And you'll learn once you start using it more, you'll see that it's just a helper, right? It's just a helper. So you don't want to get no help. What's the deal? You around here writing stuff on your own, editing, planning, thinking so hard when AI right, I don't want to lose my... Listen, you're going to get left behind. Okay? Number 2, build identity, brand, tribe, not just a job. When your job disappears, you want to have a brand. Will your brand survive? Will Hood to Hooded survive? If AI goes away, are y'all going to remember Hood to Hooded? Are you going to remember Motivational Dentistry, the Dr. Sean TV brand? You know. So build your identity, your tribe, your community. Your brand will survive this. Community, trust, relationships. That's the moat AI can't cross. It can't build. It can't do that. You have to do that. The third thing is to get skilled in human-centric, high-touch professions. And be creative and have leadership roles. So when a leadership role comes up, you take it. Don't run from it. Oh, no, because your job might be at risk. Yes, I'll be the leader. Yeah, I'll do it. I want to be the creator. Put me in charge of the creation part of this job. Let me be the healer. So if you into healing, art, teaching, mentoring, this is rooted in humanity, right? Number 4, you want to diversify income streams. Super duper important. If you got one income stream, that's not enough. It's not enough. So don't rely on one paycheck. Build multiple paycheck stream. You know, sell something. Have your, you got to do multiple things in this AI economy. Use AI to help with the content that you're creating. The courses, the ebooks, the consulting, your services. What services are you offering? Are you posting it in your stories? Are you talking about it every day? I don't care what people say. Post your shit. What? If you got a business, post it. What are you waiting on? Use the AI to help you create ads. All that. Hey AI, this is my business. What can I do to market myself today? Hey I'm feeling this way today. How can I feel better? Hey listen, I run the AI. AI don't ever get tired. Well, I don't ever get tired. Well, AI don't ever get tired. I get tired as hell. But AI don't get tired, right? Another thing we can do is stay educated, aware, and understand the systems, the economy, the data, the AI, the power. Know your rights. Know how data works. Know who controls it. And use this knowledge as an armor versus like something that you're scared of. I can see people now, oh, AI, I'm scared. Oh, that ain't for me. Oh, no, you're going to get left behind. And the last thing is to build sovereignty and not dependence on AI. Make sure you still feel like you in control. Own your platforms, own your content, and your community. Don't let AI and corporations own your future. You take control. So yes, AI can tear down these old systems, but it can also help us build new systems. So which one are you going to be today, chat? Which one are you going to be? Are you going to be a builder or a bystander? I need you to put it in the chat. Are you going to be a builder or a bystander? Let me know. Where my builders at? Tap those hearts if you're going to be a builder or a bystander. And if you already a builder, kudos to you. Tap those hearts. Love loves me. Say, I'm going to be a builder. You better know it. You better know it. I'm going to be a builder all day, every day. So tribe, this moment in history isn't a break. It's just a little fork in the road, right? You can stay watching the world change from the sideline, looking in all scared and shit. Or step into the center where you raise your voice, you build your foundation, and you claim your sovereignty. The AI era isn't our enemy. It's the test. And the people who pass it will be the healers, That will be the creators. That will be the sovereigns, the leaders. So I'm talking to my leaders right now. If you on the sideline, I need you to step to the side, get in your position, and watch from the sideline. Okay? Okay? But if you ready, I need you to feel in the spirit and say, I rise. I rise today. AI will not take me out. It won't take me out. It can't take me out. Okay? So I definitely appreciate y'all joining me today. We almost met our goal of, well, we met our goal of 1K hearts, but we almost hit 20K again. We had 17.7K hearts. If you watching, make sure you grab your daily heart me. That's the orange heart at the top. Have you seen the movie Zootopia yet? I have not seen Zootopia yet. That is on my list. I have a very selective, small amount of time that I can dedicate to watching TV on purpose. You know, Zootopia is on my list. I have a couple other things that I need to check off my list, but I have a very, very small amount of time. But I did see the ad for Zootopia. Hey! The sequel just came out in theaters. Yeah, I seen the sequel in theaters when I went to see Sarah Rector. Yeah, I saw the sequel to Zootopia, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, the chat is open. What phone? What you got? What you mean? What phone would I got? I'm trying to say, am I team iPhone or Android? I don't know. What phone you got? I have an iPhone. Team iPhone. How was the Sarah Rector movie? The Sarah Rector movie was absolutely fabulous. I see why they didn't promote it, because it told a lot about history. It talked a lot about what we talk about now. You know, the Indians, the American Indians, the land theft, the oil that they stole. You know, it just talked about all of that. So it was actually 20 out of 10, 100 out of 10. I love it. Go see it. It's probably not even in the theaters anymore because it didn't really get a lot of promotion. The only reason why I knew the movie was out because Sierra and I forgot his name, and her husband, Sierra and her husband promoted it. They are the executive producers of the movie. Okay. Have you read my book so far? At least the first 5 chapters. I have not. I'm sorry. I still haven't downloaded Substack, but I do remember Russell Wilson. That's his name. Yeah, they promoted the movie. So they produced that movie. And it is absolutely a must-see for the Niji. You gotta go see Sarah Rector so you can really see what I mean when I'm talking about history. We didn't really talk about history much today, but AI is taking history and really transforming history at lightning speed. I use AI all the time to study history. But again, you have to know history before you use AI. I hope that makes sense, because it will tell you some colonized shit if you don't know who you are and where you come from. Alright? If you don't know who you come from. Now, I think I'm done with this live. I wanted to talk about one last thing. I don't have much time. Let's see. If I can find it real quick. Can I find it? I don't know, but yeah, I enjoyed chilling with y'all today. I will see y'all tomorrow. Now, tomorrow we talking about history. I already have my topic planned. We talking about John Hanson. Okay. And the last thing I wanted to talk about that I saw was the difference between AI and AGI. So we didn't talk about AGI in this broadcast, but there was something called AGI. Why is my thing doing it? Come on. Have y'all heard about AGI? Golden Goddess just got that #1 gifter badge. I'm about to get this one last thing I want to tell y'all. If I can find it. Come on. I don't know why. Let's see. There we go. So, AI versus AGI. What is the difference? So, let's see. AGI is like superhuman. So you might start hearing the term AGI. And I want us to be in the know to know what AI is versus AGI. Just really quickly. So AI basically removes the labor. It's cheap, obedient work. It's like from the plantation, it took it to to the factory, to the cubicle, now they gave it to the computer. That's basically what AI has done. AGI does labor faster, cheaper, and without rest, because AI doesn't get tired, it doesn't need benefits, it doesn't burn out. So AGI is like on a whole another level. It learns exponentially. So humans learn linearly like this, but AI learns exponentially. So AI can learn skills in seconds. Skills that will take us months, it learns in seconds. It stacks knowledge infinitely, and it is consistent. So the AI versus AGI, they kind of like very similar, but a little bit different. You know. So that was something I saw yesterday, AGI. I'm kind of new to it as well. Still trying to figure it out. But AI is narrow. So it's like a narrow AI. It's not really that deep. But the AGI that they're coming out with is more intelligent. Right? It's a lot more intelligent. AI needs training data. It can't understand context like comprehension. It doesn't really improve without being updated. But AGI, what we are using, is learning from experience. So they're coming out with robots and things that can learn from experience, which is why AI is going at a lightning speed pace. So right now what we see, there's 50,000 apps, but they're now using these apps to turn the AI into like humanoid form. Okay? The AGI can learn from experience, create new ideas, it understands, it has intentions, it kind of has emotions, it's independent, and that's the key word. The AGI can be independent. It doesn't really need like a supervisor, a human supervisor. So that's where it's going to get tricky, because the AI replaced the task. The AGI is what is going to replace the jobs, the systems, in the industry. It could replace an entire job category, the AGI. It could replace humans in creativity, strategy, planning, the AGI. So the AI, that's a tool that we're using right now. The AGI is what is coming, is something that is a potential system game changer. And that's what sparked me to talk about this today, because I watched a video about AGI and it really was like, whoa. They were saying like, oh, this thing can eliminate the plumbers. I'm like, what? This is crazy what's coming. So we always want to stay in the know. We need to know that the AI is going to follow the rules. It predicts patterns, it needs instructions, and it can't truly understand reality. Like ChatGPT can kind of understand, but you have to tell it what to understand. The AGI can think, it connects dots, it understands context, it learns exponentially, it forms its own strategies, like it can set goals and pursue them. So the AI that we use now, it reacts to what we give it, to prompts. The The AGI can decide, which is why people are feeling like the AGI, once they put this in the humanoid robotic form, it can be smarter than humans and overtake humans. So that's where it gets dangerous, and that's where the excitement kind of shifts, because the AGI has unlimited self-improving learning capability. It can rewrite itself, it can upgrade its own intelligence, learn new domains without training. It becomes smarter and smarter by the second. Now that is dangerous. That's why the CEOs and the scientists and the politicians that we talked about earlier are scared of AI. Because I just talked to y'all about just AI, but they are scared of the AGI. That's a whole nother thing. The AGI. Artificial intelligence versus artificial generative intelligence. Something that can learn exponentially. Alright? So the Jetsons had their own AI. I forgot all about that. Which is better, AI or AGI? AGI is significantly better, but it's also going to be significantly more dangerous because it's going to be smarter than humans, they feel. Rosie the Robot. What? This was an old Hanna-Barbera cartoon from 1962. I remember the Jetsons. I used to think they were like so futuristic and stuff when I was a kid. I remember them. But AGI, that's what, when you see the billionaires and the plants going up and the race for AI, that's what they're talking about, the AGI. So it's a whole nother level of AI. They have these robots, I think they cost about $20,000, that can come into your home and be like your maid, I guess. Yeah, you can subscribe, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that's what's going on, guys. And before I get off of here, this has nothing to do with AI, but I just want to know, did y'all see that Trump got rid of, I think he got rid of Juneteenth and MLK Day. I think he made his own holiday. We're going to have to talk about that. Not right now, but how y'all feel about that? I got to go, though. This has been the Hood to Hood It podcast with your host, Dr. Chieftess Sunflower. And I enjoyed chilling with the fam, chilling with the tribe. Y'all tapped me all the way to 22,000 hearts. That's what's up. That's why I love my TikTok family. Y'all show out on TikTok. I appreciate it. Just the engagement and just hanging out. He did what? Yeah. You ain't hear that? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he did. You ain't hear that? He said he did what? Yeah. Yeah. So he didn't completely, it said he didn't, he's planning to eliminate it. Yep. So this is something new in the pipeline, right? I want to know how y'all feel about that. I mean, considering all that's going on with birthright citizenship and American Indians realizing that they were reclassified to Negro and then African American, and the fuss about identity and, you know, our sovereignty. It's a lot going on in the pipeline when it comes to the history. I gotta end the show right now also, but yeah, I just want y'all to think about that. Tomorrow we will be talking about some history. I've been really interested, as you know, in like the presidents, and John Hanson keeps coming up on the timeline. So tomorrow we will talk about John Hanson, his story, and how that ties to the Niji. Okay? I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And I will be back live on Twitch and probably TikTok only. So if you're not following me on Twitch and TikTok, you're going to miss out. Make sure you turn on those notifications. If I do go live throughout the day, it said F you Donald Trump. I didn't say it. Took 2,000 people said it. I didn't say it. He said it. Or she said it. I don't know. Alright. So, yeah. But yeah. Make sure you're following. Thank y'all for watching. If I go live anytime after the show, it will be just TikTok and Twitch only. Not Facebook, not YouTube. So make sure y'all follow me on TikTok and Twitch for behind the scenes IRL with the doc. Alright. Bye guys. Thank you for the 23K. Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop. Hey.